Hello everyone, welcome back to more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I am your host, the Trico one. Last time we did the rest of the bases, and pretty much everything is set up for the final gauntlet of stuff to do. We have the Pokemon League to do, we have that Arvin fight, and if we walk up, not here. Is it up there? I'm lost. It's over here. So if we just jump over. And we have this fight with Clobber. Took the liberty of grinding everything up to level 60. Yeah, all these mons are at level 60. And it's so cool. Just kind of getting mons together for what I want to do. Starting next few things. And as you see right here, these are somewhat the teams I'm thinking about using for each thing. We're going to use this team for Arvin. Yeah, we're going to use this team against Arvin. We're going to use this team in the league. And we're going to use this team for this. And I'm not replace Jasperino with Salt. You know what? I do. Because I feel like it deserves at least one last hurrah, big moment. He didn't really get to use its final evil all that much. And he is the lefty king here. So, let me just quickly go through his moveset and just get her moveset. Get it all ready. This thing gets Earthquake by level up. That's actually wild. Honestly, I think this is a perfect moveset right there. So, with this team, I think we're ready to go and take on Lavelle again. Because at the end of the last episode, if you remember, we got our asses whooped by his last mon. And that was because we were not prepared. So, if you watched the end of the last episode, you know we already went through all this dialogue. So, I don't think I need to really go back through this dialogue. And what I also found out is that there's a bit of story with the Great Crater in the school. And I'm only now just finding this out because I never thought that the little books on the little book rotator thing would actually have something in the story. So after this fight, we're going to check that out. And apparently, classes really just get like friendly with like the teachers and stuff, so I think I'll just do that off screen. If anything, because the Great Crater is going to be its own little thing. And it's using it. But we are now ready for this fight. Is what we are. Our team is not nearly as weak as it was before. We won't have to take them out where we're at. So yeah, much more prepared now. Obama's now. Gives us Cassidy's time. We didn't really use Cassidy all that much, because adding Cassidy at like towards the end. I should have used it, but it's the baddest is that just need to use now. My favorite type, like the type combo I've been wanting to happen for years, the grass and fire one. It's finally here. And a Pokemon. I'm gonna give everyone a bit of shit. So, let us use the power of Sumori here. And take this little kettle to the next dimension. And it's using Shell Smash. Oh god. The public ice isn't that bulky though, so see, there was this part I said I think. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to actually be threatening and use a really good move on those. You set up all that, and then you just go for a very weak Will-O-Wisp. I don't think it had anything that could hit me, other than like Giga Drain, which since I'm normal, it couldn't hit me. Which is a nice thing about being a normal type. Yeah, you gain a weakness to fighting, but the gain in immunity, I think, is a bit of a sacrifice you have to make. It gunked. That damage though. Like, that's doing it in boom hits. Bulky Pokemon. And we're safe. Please we go. Actually, it can't really hurt us because we are close. Yeah. So, we should be fine. You know, I'm so excited to go into the Great Crater. First, I'm going to be patient, and we're going to do this fight. Then we're going to do the boost. And then the Arvin fight, and then we'll wrap up that of the posture, and I'll do some classes for some, just to say that I've done them. You know? And Quaxable. See, look at this. We were so much more prepared for this fight than we were in the last episode. Oh my goodness. Hey, to think that Castlevania will be back to your corner. I do like that when games do Pokemon games have started to do this with more health stuff. Black and white makes stuff is but no matter what, you'll see what the final result all their starters are. Because then it's like, oh, this one. I'm glad I didn't choose this one because this one was Or I'm glad that I chose football anyway, or whatever. You know? I think all three starters have amazing fun designs. I don't care what people say about Scarlet. Let the cat stand. Also, we didn't lose a single mon this time around. How strong you have grown. We lost our entire team, and we just ended up one-shotting outspeeding this thing. Well now, Master David, it seems you have grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. I am not actually Cassiopeia. Though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you, Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden. But I believe I can hazard a guess as to who it may be. That is why I sought to spar with you for having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand against them and win, so I challenged you to a battle to test your skill. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. But it turns out you are as strong as you are kind. If anyone has a chance at saving that poor child, it is surely you. As an educator, it shames me to burden my students with such a task. But please, defeat Cassiopeia. Take on the big boss at Team Star and win. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I leave this in your hands. Oh my god, wait, she's a is she a sister or is she the same person, just whatever? You there! What do you think you're doing? Ah, Mr. I'm a pleasure to see you. It's no pleasure at all, Mr. Lavelle. I come here to investigate reports of illicit battle on school grounds, and what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself facing off against one of our students, no. What were you thinking? Ah, no, if I could just explain, you see, it's a rather sad tale. Oh, spare me, your excuses reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind? Remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Master David. You'll write a letter of apology to the students and faculty at once. I'll be reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board. Make no mistake. Good gracious, no. Anything but that. I implore you. So, we have a bit of time to kill. Yeah, get it back here. So, we're going to read these little bookies here. Because, why not, right? It's the Scarlet book. Absolutely red tone. Want to read it? Section will be the Great Crater of Hell. The photograph from the survey's team point of ingress to the crater, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with fine weather, making for a smooth outside. But clouds obscure the crater's distant depth, where the treasure of legend is said to lie. Now onward and downward. Within the great crater of Paldea lies the mysterious Area Zero, a place home to such landscapes, such plant life, and such Pokemon as we had never seen. It is inhospitable to human life. As such, I suspect something altogether unknown to humankind sleeps in its depths. A photograph of the spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. Note the strange symbols inscribed in the ground here, where they were left by explorers in time of the Paldanian Empire. Could they still be older still? Regardless, they seem that if they hold some meaning. Ledges form a spiral down the inner walls of Area Zero, offering a path of descent. Vegetation and stores of water are here as well. Legend tells that precious stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in Area Zero's depths, protected by some manner of guardian. Sketches by the survey team member. Surprisingly, this open species we observed in the upper strata of Area Zero seem a little different from those seen outside the crater. Now then, now and then we heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. So that's that's a Magulmet. That's a Pomo. And that's the Flamigo. That's a whole ass gorilla. And that's on the next knuckle stack. It's salt. So salt mine. Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began catching glimpses. Okay, we actually read this one already. Yep. At the beginning of the game, so we're not gonna. And we also read that, so I'm not gonna read those two. The serious plate. During our descent in Area Zero, we came across a buried metal plate inscribed with a strange symbol. We attempted to shave off a piece of the plate, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of the metal seems beyond the modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. Countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the Great Crater. There we found a cave with formations of gemstone, shining blindly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps the strange light itself is the guardian sent to watch over treasure deep within the crater. An imagined Pokemon? What the fuck is that? A drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by our sketch artist. The size and ferocity of the strange Pokemon that dwell in Area Zero lower reaches tickled the artist's imagination, prompting the sketch of what other species that inhabit these might look like. That looks like a Suicune with like an Entei and somewhat of Raikou on it. A phantom memory. During our exploration of Area Zero depths, He strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I could only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place, as if in a dream. I was holding the page shown here. The handwriting is mine, but I have no memory of writing this. The author Heath, pictured with the director of the Naranda Academy. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Zero expedition possible, and the data gathered has been shared with the Academy in hopes that it will aid the institution's research and foster future generations of scholars and scientists. About the author. Heath, the author of the Scarlet book shown here, and his partner, Psycholizer, a natural historian as well as a writer. He was chosen for Area Zero expedition and penned this account upon returning from the crater of that day. Psycholizer aided the expedition as well as bearing the team's luggage and equipment. A risk Pokemon? What is that? While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon or even alive at all, I know. No, it bore a small with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleaming brighter still than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. So that was a book Screw the rules. Yeah. That was more or less what I wanted to read. I have so many places I need to go. I am gone to no class. I am the awful student. I am a Team Star member. I knew it. David. I can't give her a smoker voice now. Thanks for coming. Here. Hey, this might be quite a shock for you. The big boss, Cassiopeia, they were both me all along. When I saw you make quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside the school that time, the idea for Operation Starfall Sun came to me. My skills let me get hold of as much LP as I wanted, so I decided to use that to tempt you into in the end. The Operation Star I kept an eye on as a member of the supply unit, and I had you battle the bosses on my behalf, all for the goal of defeating me and put an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? Sure. Sorry to keep you. An apology. The letter of apology mistime had me, preparation still closer than expected. That voice. Are you Clyde? Betty. So it was you after. No. Is that you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh. I have a task for you, Clyde, if you will accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send the video to Team Star. They need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. Then allow me to introduce myself proper. I'm the big boss of Team Star. The name's Cassiopeia. No, Penny. Now bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. What could you have? You know what? It's very like you to have an Umbreon. I won't hold back in this battle. I'll stay true to Team Star's code. 62? Hello? I don't know if you know this. I'm a dark type too. So... There's 6 foot. Big doll out of you. It's a foolish mistake. This music though! Wait, she just has to evolutions? What the fuck? Should I have expected anything else? Alright, we're about to find out Wolfie's favorite evolutions right now. Umbreon and Flareon. You have Charm! It's a much better move. I feel like Clavel was much more difficult than Honey here. But don't get me wrong, I love the evolutions. I think they're awesome Pokemon. It's just that they're evolutions. And they're only using people. Why? There you go. Why did I just use that? Why didn't you go Aurora Beam? That's more annoying question. Why don't you go like Ice Beam? Three illusions down. 3 more to go. Okay, so Leafeon. There we go. Okay, I also like Leafeon. Alright, big matter stab. You like that? Well, yes I do. You have Earthquake. What are you doing? Oh wait, Grass Throwing makes ground type. Earthquake EK, doesn't it? The only reason I'm not using Earthquake is I know Grassy Terrain and you can style of it. Why? I'm not gonna kill now. What's the terrain stage now? But I will. Why are you using baby doll eyes? Okay, I know for a fact now that Earthquake is up. So I'm just gonna put Earthquake in. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. You will have 3 evolutions. All 3 of them are useless. You better choose the right choice, honey. Make it easy. You know which one to choose. Ask the bee Glacier. Not Glacier. That doesn't Glacier. It is in Glacier. God damn it. I can't fault you on your battle skills at all. No wonder the boss is following him. You're using aviations. Time to Terrestrialize. Shine bright like a starry sky and become who you really want to be. Fairy one. What was it? I had no one shot there. Oh, come on. Oh, that was hard. It's all over now. She looks so pissed. You're the one that told me to do this. It's finally over, guys. It's done. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. But hold up! No, wait, that's not his one. Hold up!
Are you saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking. We got carried away with the Operation Star. Now everything's got out of hand.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of bullies in the courtyard and make a show of learning them some manners. But we didn't even fight them in the end. We didn't do anything wrong.
Indeed, merely did we declare our intentions to battle tooth and nail the villains persisting their tyrannous oppression. 'Twas a bloodless victory, we assure you.
Yeah, they didn't even send out their Pokemon. They were just blubbering and apologized a whole lot. Our offense must have spooked them good.
But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down, and they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There was no way we were getting off scot-free. I guess you're right. This little stuff might have put us up the creek. I'll fix this mess on my end. Just leave it to me.
What are you saying?
I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you all into this, so I'll take responsibility for everything.
Oh, noble and kind Big Boss. You cannot.
Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again.
Oh yeah? And what about you?
I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is, thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were all so kind to me.
Stop right there, BB. Why are you talking like we'll never speak again?
I need to go take care of some things.
Pradeep, speak to us. What is thine intent? Hey, Big Boss, answer us! Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for everything. I like to think that with her phone, you know, they have like, some people use like audio changers. I want to imagine she uses like an audio changer for her like phone, just so she sounds like that. So that's why. Hey, thanks for everything, David, and you too, Clive. I'm glad we can see this through to the end. I guess this is it for Team Star, and me too. Well, that thought, Miss Penny, I'd like to check something with you first. Check what? Why resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss at Team Star? Wasn't there any other way to handle this? I tried telling the bosses that we were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them too? Our code states that no one in the team has the right to order people around. I could ask them to do stuff, but I could never order them. So it's back to the code. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required of them, even leave the team. Yes, and according to the code, they had to accept any challenge made to them. Thus the idea for Operation Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star know? What do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my greatest treasure. Splendid. Thank you for apprising me of the situation, Miss Penny. What? Now, young lady, there's something I should be very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit with the old geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well then, before we talk further, let me to reveal to you my own secret identity. Ha-ha! Director Clavel? Just as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. But why? I needed a way to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy from speaking their mind to their teachers, after all. Much more so when you're faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wing. Well, that's quite enough of that for now. Everyone, why don't you come out? Where the fuck were they hiding? Huh?
Yo, big boss, long time no see.
Momo. More like, long time no meet, right? I mean, we only found out about your real name just now.
Verily, is thy long hidden countenance a sight for sore eyes, my lady.
Atticus. So, I heard your real name's Penny. How have you been this whole time? 40. We found you at last. You have no idea how worried we've been. Airy.
Okay, gang, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hasta la vista, Cassiopeia, and hello, Penny. Now then, Miss Penny, and each of you young bosses as well. On the behalf of the Academy, I have something I would like to say to Team Star. You all have my sincerest apologies. Come again? As the director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismal failure. What? I still don't... why? You all told me about your reasons for forming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first days as director, all I ever experienced at the Academy is an environment blessedly free from bullying. But now I know that this piece was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and of course, your immense courage in putting things to right. And so, I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and my threat to expel those who do not obey are hereby revoked.
Does that mean what I think it means?
Indeed, Team Star can continue to exist, should that be your wish. Woohoo! Penny, isn't this great? Now we all can stay together.
Oh, my heart is giddy with glee.
But I betrayed all of you. You mean Operation Starfall? Director Clavel told us all about it.
Far as we heard, you only went through with it to save us from getting expelled. You were just worried about us, right?
Not like we ever chucked the team just 'cause someone told us to, after all. Ain't our style.
I can't even begin to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny.
Sorry for making you worry, Mimi. We're all okay now. But even so... Hold on, everyone. I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Let me provide a few examples. Your protracted truancy, your brazen customization of school uniform, your authorized usage of Academy equipment, your reckless modification jeopardizing driving of Pokemon-powered vehicles. Need I go on? Your disregard for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Ha! Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Community service? Yes, typically I will be asking you to manage this SCTs. And that stands for? The Star Training Centers. They shall be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talent. I plan for the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. The idea came to me when I saw Master David battling his way through your bases. Bases constructed as well as the battle tactics employed by the students in Team Star are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask that you continue Team Star activities and answer as STC staff members using your former bases as training facilities. And that is the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No, it sounds like fun, so I don't see how this be anything but a win-win. This may be a weird thing to say since the SCTs are supposed to be a punishment law, but you should totally join in too, Penny. 'Tis true. We would most happily have you at our sides, my lady. We could go to school together. That way, if anything happens, we will be there to protect you.
We were already talking about how great it would be to be to have both Team Star and school in our lives. This be a sweet deal for us.
I cannot talk today.
So what do you say?
You guys, David, what do you think? Oh, I don't have a choice. It sounds great.
But, I did. No need to give your response right this moment, Miss Puppy. Do take some time to decide. For now, at least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Not to say you should break up Team Star after all. I simply meant it's time to leave. Master David, please stop by my office later, if you will.
Oh my lordy, this part just took 40 minutes. Biology. The director is like,
You've been skipping class, I see. Here you are, Master David. I wanted you to thank you for all your hard work resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done the team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Who is it?
It's Penny.
Ah, Miss Penny, do come in.
Hello, Director. About the SCTs, I'd like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star.
That's wonderful news. I thank you very much for your favorable response.
But I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think.
Why so? Because of Operation Starfall?
No, not that, because of the other really bad thing I did.
And what would that be?
You know, the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me with Operation Starfall? I got a hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon League's LP management system.
Ah, I see. That is quite the revelation. I did not think such a thing was even possible in the first place.
It wasn't all that hard. I'm really sorry. I won't do it again.
This matter is rather out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I will have to consult Miss Greta, the Pokemon League chairwoman, on how best to proceed.
I figured as much.
Do apologize, Master David, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy.
All right.
I want to go to the entrance hall.
David? There's something I want to talk to you about. Could you meet me in front of the school stairs? You know, where we first met? I'll be waiting.
Okay, you know... Where was it?
Hasta la vista.
Oh my god, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's windy.
The six of us followed that catchphrase back when we created the team. It's so cringy, it's perfect, you know? About the LP thing, I thought I was going down big time for hacking the league point system, but they're letting me off easy. Pokemon League said they waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come to work for them after I graduate, if you can believe that. Dr. Clavel and that Gita he kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently I have outstanding talent or something. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm still not great with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you've done, so here.
Holy shit!
Here you go.
Here's Draco fucking Meteor.
I'm sure you'll put this to good use. And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. So next time, I'll be the one helping you. I'll be seeing you then. Hasta la vista.
It's
Complete.
So, I know I said that we were going to do all three of them in this episode. I didn't know. I thought this was going to be just a quick, like, 15-20 minute thing. This ended up taking 45 minutes. So, I think in the next episode, we'll be doing the Pokemon League. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye!